Hey everyone, thanks for coming to watch this video. Today I'm going to show you how to make edible candy cane EOS. Yes, you can eat these. These are actually made out of candy canes. For my first EOS, I used this large candy cane with lots of color to see how it would turn out. So, candy canes are obviously quite hard, so just make sure that you are very careful when you cut it up. And the reason that I'm cutting it up is so that it melts easier in the microwave, as that is the method that I used for this. So if you are little, just make sure that you guys have an adult there helping you, as you don't want to hurt yourself. So in a microwavable dish, you're going to put it in the microwave. I used 20 seconds at first, and then I did it for about 10 to 15 seconds, and it comes out like this. Now be careful, because this stuff is so hot and so sticky, and the tricky part is that it hardens really quickly. So that's why I'm using a spoon and this popsicle stick. And I actually found that once it cools down, as you can see right here, it's actually easier to just press it down a little bit, and I eventually start using my fingers once it cools off. It is still soft enough that you can mold it, so I almost recommend waiting for it to cool down a bit just so you can use your fingers, because it kind of slips around when you push with the spoon. So put on your middle piece, and then I microwaved some more in a separate dish so that the stuff in the other dish didn't burn, and then you put it on over top. And again, be very careful, as it is very, very, very hot. Okay, so using the spoon or your fingers, really smush it down in there so it's nice and glued to the other part and it gets through all the cracks. And then you're going to put it in the fridge or freezer, just honestly for maybe 5 minutes or maybe even shorter, because this stuff does harden quite quickly. So you put on your base and you open it up, and you have your own edible EOS made out of candy canes. Delicious. The next one I made, I used a different type of candy cane, and it's a little bit smaller, so when you're using the microwave, just make sure that you guys adapt it to the size of your candy cane. It continued to be a little bit challenging putting this in because it's hot and sticky and you kind of have to work fast, but obviously it's hot, so just be careful with that. See how it's flopping around all over the place here? And then once it cooled down a bit, it actually got easier and I could just press it in. One thing you want to note is when I microwaved it, as soon as I saw one bubble arise from being hot, I took it out immediately, or else the sugar will actually cook. You'll notice that the candy cane gets quite soft even though it's not melted, and it's really easy to mold into your EOS. So I am really happy with how this one turned out, because the colors are a little bit more separate, and I used the technique of not microwaving it so long, so I'm not actually trying to melt the whole candy cane. I just want to make the candy cane soft enough that I can push it in. So I went back to my first candy cane, the big thick one, and I tried to microwave it less so that the colors didn't all mix in together, because like I said before, I discovered that with candy canes you don't have to completely melt it, you just need your little pieces to be really soft and squishy, but you can actually push it all together. Okay, and my third and final attempt at making the edible EOS candy cane turns out to be a success. So again, I really like it when the colors are a little bit more separate, so you can see the green, red, and white, and this turned out just the way I wanted. I'm happy with all of them. They all taste delicious and a really easy treat to make. Thanks again for coming to watch our videos, everyone. Make sure you keep coming back to watch more.